Life's challenges often feel like heavy weights we carry, but these burdens are not meant to break us. Instead, they serve as opportunities to strengthen our hearts and guide us toward greater mindfulness and liberation. The Buddha taught that suffering is not something to be avoided, but a profound teacher who reveals the truth of our existence. True victory in life is not the absence of struggles, but the clarity and courage to transform difficulties into stepping stones toward inner peace and enlightenment. Imagine a mountain climber scaling a steep cliff, holding tightly to a rope. That rope symbolizes trust. Trust in the teachings of the Buddha, which guide us safely through life's uncertainties. Just as the climber relies on their harness for security, we can rely on mindfulness and the Dharma to remain steady, even when the path ahead feels uncertain. As the Buddha taught, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. This reminds us that our stability and safety come not from external circumstances, but from cultivating inner awareness, wisdom, and compassion. Consider the image of a farmer sowing seeds into dry, cracked soil. To the untrained eye, the act may seem futile, but the farmer trusts that rain will come and the seeds will sprout in time. Similarly, the seeds of mindfulness and compassion that we plant in our hearts may not bear fruit immediately, but with patience and dedication, they will blossom into peace and wisdom when the time is right. Trust in this process is foundational, like a lamp that illuminates a dark path, guiding us through the uncertainties of life. The Dhammapada reminds us, your work is to discover your world and then with all your heart, give yourself to it. When life feels overwhelming, trust in the Dharma becomes our anchor. It helps us understand that worry often arises from our attempts to control the uncontrollable. The Buddha taught that clinging is the root of suffering, whether it is clinging to outcomes, possessions, or expectations. By releasing our attachment, we free ourselves to flow naturally with life, finding peace in the process. Surrender, in the Buddhist sense, is not an act of giving up, but an act of profound letting go. The Buddha said, "Let go of what is past. Let go of what may come. Let go of what is happening now." This practice of surrender enables us to see life clearly and respond with wisdom and compassion. Imagine a river carving its way through stone. The water does not resist the obstacles in its path, but flows around them, shaping the land over time. In the same way, when we surrender to the truth of the present moment, we align ourselves with the natural rhythms of life. There's a powerful story of a monk named Ashoka, who faced rejection and hardship but found peace through surrender. He meditated deeply on the truth of impermanence, realizing that all difficulties, like passing clouds, eventually fade. By surrendering to this reality, Ashoka discovered inner freedom and became an example of resilience and wisdom. Surrender also involves trusting the timing of life. The Buddha taught that everything unfolds in its own time. Patience allows us to accept this truth, knowing that life's challenges are opportunities for growth and transformation. Mindfulness, the practice of being fully present in the moment, is the foundation of victory in life. The Buddha taught, do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. Through mindfulness, we see things as they truly are and can respond skillfully. Imagine a potter shaping clay on a wheel. The clay may spin and shift, but the potter's steady hands guide it into a beautiful form. Our lives are like clay, and mindfulness is the guiding hand, shaping us into beings of wisdom and compassion. Mindfulness requires effort and engagement. Just as a tree bears fruit when nourished, we must cultivate mindfulness daily. The Buddha taught that effort and determination are essential for spiritual growth. As we walk the path, we must trust in the process, taking each step with intention and focus. Even when challenges seem insurmountable, the Buddha's teachings remind us that we have the inner strength to rise above them. No one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. A lotus flower rising above a muddy pond is a powerful metaphor for our potential. Despite its challenging environment, the lotus blossoms beautifully in the sunlight. Similarly, no matter how difficult our circumstances may seem, we can rise above them through mindfulness and compassionate practice. Loving kindness, or metta, is another powerful tool for overcoming fear and worry. By cultivating compassion for ourselves and others, we create a sense of connection and belonging that soothes our hearts and uplifts those around us. Take a moment to close your eyes and reflect. Breathe deeply and imagine filling your heart with compassion and peace. As you exhale, send that peace out to all beings in the world. Repeat silently, "May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I live with ease. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be safe. May all beings live with ease." Feel the warmth of loving kindness spreading through your heart. Trust that this practice is a source of healing and transformation for yourself and for others. Life's challenges are not here to defeat us, but to teach us. By trusting in the Dharma, surrendering to the present moment, and practicing mindfulness, we can live a life of freedom and peace. Victory is not about avoiding difficulties, but about embracing them with courage and wisdom. As we let go of worry and attachment, we make space for joy, compassion, and connection. Remember, you are never alone. The Buddha's teachings and the Sangha, our community, are always here to support you. May you walk the path with courage, wisdom, and love, and may the light of the Dharma guide you always. Let us take a moment to center ourselves and reflect. Life in today's world can feel overwhelming. The rapid pace of change, socially, economically, and personally, can leave us feeling uncertain and adrift. Yet, amidst this whirlwind of uncertainty, there is a timeless refuge: the teachings of the Buddha and the practice of mindful awareness. In moments of doubt, remember the words of the Buddha. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. These teachings remind us to ground ourselves, to take refuge in the here and now, and to draw upon the inner strength that comes from clarity and compassion. It's essential that we cultivate unwavering faith in the Dharma. Faith in this sense isn't blind belief. It's trust in the truth of the teachings and their transformative power. Like a tree rooted by a nourishing river, we can stand strong and unshaken, even when the winds of change blow fiercely. As we reflect on this, let us turn to the Dhammapada, which states, "He who stands steadfast in virtue, wisdom, and mindfulness is like a rock that cannot be moved by the storm." The image of a tree firmly rooted is a powerful one. Picture a tree planted near a stream. Its roots reach deeply into the earth, drawing water and nourishment. In time, it bears fruit naturally in its due season. Similarly, when we anchor ourselves in the Dharma through mindfulness, meditation, and ethical living, we find the inner strength to weather life's storms. The fruits of these efforts manifest as wisdom, peace, and compassion, each arriving at the right moment. Standing firm is not about being rigid or resisting change, but about finding stability in the impermanent nature of life. By embracing the truth of impermanence, we learn to flow with life's currents rather than being overwhelmed by them. The Buddha taught, all conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. By staying grounded, we can navigate challenges with grace, knowing that all things pass. There's a Buddhist chant that echoes this truth. I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. These words are a reminder that we are not alone. The Buddha's teachings are our guide, the Dharma our path, and the Sangha our community of support. When doubt arises, we can return to this refuge, finding comfort in its unchanging truth. The practice of mindfulness allows us to remain steady in the present. As we sit in meditation or walk with awareness, we are reminded to observe our thoughts and feelings without attachment. This practice is our nourishment, helping us cultivate peace in the midst of chaos. It teaches us that no matter what happens, we can return to our breath, to our practice, and to the truth of the present moment. Reflect on these words from the Buddha. As a mountain is unshaken by the wind, so the wise are unshaken by praise or blame. These teachings inspire us to hold fast to our principles, even when the world around us feels unstable. When we stand firm in mindfulness and wisdom, we become unshaken by the storms of fear, doubt, or temptation. The truth of the Dharma becomes our foundation, and we find strength in its clarity. Let us take a moment to reflect on this strength. Imagine yourself standing at the center of a storm. The winds howl, the rain pours, yet you are rooted like a great tree. Your roots are deep in the earth, drawing nourishment from the teachings of the Buddha. You stand tall, not because the storm is easy, but because you trust the truth of your practice. In the same way, let us trust in the process of inner transformation. Just as the lotus blooms beautifully even from the mud, so too can we rise above difficulties, drawing strength from our practice. As the Buddha taught, just as a solid rock is not shaken by the wind, so the wise remain unshaken by praise or blame. These teachings remind us that strength comes from within, from aligning our actions with wisdom and compassion. Now, let us turn to our meditation and prayer. As we do, reflect on these truths and offer gratitude for the unchanging wisdom of the Dharma. Together, we will reaffirm our faith, renew our commitment to mindfulness, and find solace in the support of our practice. Let us begin. Heavenly wisdom and eternal truth guide us in this moment. Our hearts, though often weary and burdened by the uncertainties of life, find peace in the light of your teachings. Help us to remain steadfast, to stand firm in the face of challenges, and to draw strength from the refuge of the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. As we navigate life's uncertainties, may we remember the Buddha's words. Your work is to discover your work and then with all your heart, to give yourself to it. May this inspire us to live with purpose and mindfulness, trusting in the path we walk. Grant us the courage to embrace life's impermanence. Let us not be dismayed by the passing of time or the changing of circumstances. Instead, let our hearts rest in the present, knowing that this moment is enough. Help us to plant ourselves like trees by the stream, drawing nourishment from meditation and mindfulness. Let the fruits of wisdom, compassion, and peace grow naturally within us, blossoming at the right time. Forgive us for the times we've allowed doubt to cloud our practice. Guide us back to the path, reminding us that clarity and peace are always within reach. Teach us to let go of fear, trusting instead in the wisdom of the Dharma and the truth of the Buddha's teachings. May we stand firm in our practice, unshaken by the storms of life. May our lives reflect our deep commitment to mindfulness and compassion, becoming a beacon for others to find their way. For those who are struggling, may they find strength in the refuge of the Buddha's teachings. Let them know they are not alone and that the path to peace is always available. We are grateful for the unchanging truths that guide us, for the wisdom that transforms us, and for the community that supports us. Thank you for the light of the Dharma and the peace it brings to our hearts. May we walk forward with courage and compassion, trusting in the truth of the Buddha's words and the strength of our practice. Let us carry these reflections with us as we step into the day ahead, standing firm in the Dharma and finding peace in every moment. If this message resonates with you, please take a moment to reflect or share your thoughts in the comments below. If you have a specific concern or wish to share your journey, we are here to listen and support you on your path. May you find peace and strength in the Dharma today.